Well, hello and good evening, and welcome to another episode of Reality Carp Fishing TV. So we arrived Friday night with the idea of fishing the big lake again, as usual, but the cars in the car park gave it away. It was absolutely mobbed. There's no way we could have got on there. Well, possibly we could have got on there, but not in the swims we wanted. So we thought we'd have a little look at the other lakes on the complex. Our club lake in Kent here has got 4 lakes to choose from on this exact complex, and there was no one on here, so we thought we'd drop one on here. The weather is absolutely spot on this weekend. We've got low pressure, cloud and strong southwesterlies, and it's a really warm wind, and luckily we've got on the end of that wind.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Reality Carp Fishing TV. You join me in my bivvy because it is windy. However, the weather is really carpy. Nice southwesterly, low pressure, overcast, really spot on for a fish.
It's a small lake, so you know the fish usually do move on the wind in here. It's not a lake I've fished a lot. Back in the 80s I gave it a little go. It's got some real gems in here, some nice fish, up to mid-30s. Some real old fish as well, really nice looking fish. So we're going to give it a go in here for 36 hours. Fingers crossed we have a few. Let's see how we get on.
Got down here pretty late, to be fair. The complex was pretty busy. We opted to go on to another lake. We know we can catch fish on this lake. Lovely little lake, to be fair. All plopped in the swim. I've gone a little bit further up the lake, fishing to some snags. 2 o'clock this morning, rod rattled off. £24 for. There we have it, 24.4. Belter of a fucking run.
Fucking run.
Here we have a 24.4, belter of a run, 3 o'clock in the morning. Great battle. New virus cherry. Get in there.
The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I suppose we all felt that, one way or another. Vishnu was trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death."
It fell in. What a result!
Under that.
Roger that. Get some more.
So a couple of weeks ago I went for a 24-hour session on my own to the big club lake. Got down there, I was furloughed, so it was sort of like Sunday evening. So I basically the choice of the lakes myself. And when I arrived, first swim I walked into, there was fish boshing out straight in front of me. Thought that'll do for me, so I plonked myself on there and had success almost straight away. Here's the footage of that. £20 common. They were showing him really close, so I put a white iconic pop up on their heads, and this £20 common's torn off. Lovely fish, mega fight. Didn't want to come in, pulled my arms out of sockets. Great start.
been a little bit hectic for Paul. Last night got a run quite early on. Fish dropped off on the edge of the weed with Paul, and then through the night he tells me he's lost another 2. I'm like, wow. I think Paul's, when his luck's down, his luck's down, and when his luck's in, he smashes a load of fish out. I just wish he had a little bit of middle ground, you know. He's one of them, it's black and white, there's no grey areas. So I'm sure he'll bag one. There's plenty of fish down where he is, to be fair. Seen a few topping. But there must be something in the water that's causing him to drop them fish right by one of the snags that he's fishing. I see him go to that and he loses them. So now he's fishing really tight, locked up. See what happens. Hey mate.
I've lost 3 now on the bounce. Oh, what? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. First one was to a hook pull. Got the fish away from the snags on the far margin, because that's where I'm fishing. You've got to fish quite close to the snags. Fish locked up. Had the take. Got him away from the snags. And he's kited round to the right. And I've had to give it plenty of side strain. And the hook popped out. I can understand that. Sometimes that happens when you're giving it a lot of side strain. Trying to stop him get into the reeds to my right. Oh well, so back out on the spot and another take. This time I had the fish on for a few seconds and the line just cut. I hate that when that happens. I hate when that happens. So oh well, tail between the legs, straight back out there. Blow me, it happens again, same thing, cut off. So what I'm going to do now, I can't keep losing these fish. I'm going to fish a little bit away from the snags and hopefully I can still get the bites. But there's no point in fishing for fish if you're not going to get them. You know, you're not going to get them in. It's too dangerous. Even though I'm locked up. Yeah, there must be something under the water over there that's just cutting the line. So safety first, pull away from there, fish a bit further away from the snags. And let's see if we can still get takes.
OMG, that's there, looks like a 30. That could even be the grey lady. Oh dear, let's sort this baby out because that's a good fish. Go, 36 pounds, a brutal mirror. Oh my life, what a fight. Just shy of a PB, but still an absolute stunning fish. Woo-wee!
Well done mate, that's a chunk.
Chunkosaurus.
Carparoo. What was it, plop like a hippo?
It plops like a hippo, mate.
It is a bit of a hippo though.
Oh,
36 pound.
Yep, let's just let her recover for a second.
Who's more tired, you or the fish?
What if it was a race and it was called a dead heat?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
Mate, that's possibly, well it probably is the biggest fish in the lake, isn't it?
Yeah. grey lady. Look at that.
Oh mate, that's lovely. Well done, mate. It's a corker.
Looking fish. And there she goes. The bank for somebody else.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Quick Saturday late afternoon update. I've had 2 fish, and that second fish was an absolute clonker. I believe it's the grey lady, potentially the biggest fish in the lake, and at a colossal 36 pounds on the nose. A few ounces shy of my PB, but that's irrelevant. That fish is a warrior, a real old original of the lake, and I am absolutely made up. It puts me on 2 fish and Paul unfortunately on 0, where he's dropped a couple, and I just feel gutted for him. Like I said, he has in the luck or he's out the luck. There's no real middle ground, and I just hope his run continues with him catching some fish. So hopefully this afternoon we'll see what's going on, reassess the situation. It's still blowing hooly, still plenty of fish moving around. Has he got to do something different to get himself a bite? Let's pray that he does. Let's pray that he does. I'll be really gutted if he goes home on a blank. But equally is over the moon for me catching the fish that I have. So we'll still have a giggle while we're here. We'll still have a bit of banter. I won't let him forget it that he's dropping fish. I know it hurts him, but sometimes it's just a bit of that's a fish. But he'll get over it. He's a strong lad, he's a good lad, and we can have a laugh. So let's see what the afternoon brings.
£23.4, and after losing 3 on the bounce I was feeling pretty dejected. I was filming Lee's fish and this one tore off, so I've got my own back at last. Eclipse Baits, iconic, tipped with a yellow icon over some loose samples. Stunner, mate. Happy now. Not quite the size of your one, but they're all welcome. Well mate, there we go. Time to release that. This is much needed after losing 3 on the bounce. 2 cut-offs, and 1 with a nook pole. I was thinking my luck's out, but perseverance.
I did say there was no middle ground with Paul, either his luck's in or his luck's out. When you lost them fish, mate, I thought it was one of them luck's out days.
Yeah, I did, to be fair.
But your catching run continues,
yeah,
and so be it.
Yeah, still got the night to go, so there might be some more yet.
Yeah, mate. She's kicking and she's flapping, and she's ready to go.
Goes.
There she goes, off into the deep.
Happy chappies.
Who's more tired, you or the fish?
Both of us.
Well done, mate.
Skills.
There's a thumbs up. Yeah. I've got a choice. Where your tongue out?
I'm concentrating.
Does me mocking not help? Come on, man, you got this. Scrap, don't they, mate? They do scrap. I can't help it, I'm laughing. He's only down in front of you and all, look. Scrapping away. They're just a nightmare, mate. I'm still giving it some beans. This fish is really playing. Has he given up? Has he given up? He has given up.
My arms are numb. What a scrap. Mad.
Do you know what, mate?
That's a big fish.
Oh, hello, that is a...
It's a 20.
Mate, look at the back on that!
No. The
That could be 30 here. That's going to be upper 20 at least.
Upper 20. Yeah. Well, you saw the fight. My arms are aching, right? Aching holding it up as well. 27 pounds 6 ounces. It's bloody heavy.
Brute, mate.
Great fight, absolutely brilliant fight. One of those fights where you just want it in the net. Oh, I'm well pleased. Well pleased. On the Iconic yet again from Eclipse Baits. It's like a breeze block.
Looks it, mate. Pucker, mate. Quick shot. We'll get her back.
Yeah.
The release of fish number 2.
Yeah, those 3 lost fish are forgotten now. Don't care about that anymore.
Mate, it's a grueler until you catch one, isn't it?
It is, mate. But you break that hurdle, we get the first one. And then the second one comes along, a little bit bigger, 27 pound. Absolute brute of a fish. Beautiful. There you go, thank you. There you go.
Go along the margin. And off.
Oh yeah.
Darts, mate. Darts.
Darts.
That's an excuse to redo the rod.
Yeah, I just said I got to redo the rods. Who forgot his hay fever tablets? No, suffering now, really suffering. Snots and runny eyes. If you get it, I know you sympathise. Willing to put up with it though, I'm fishing, so So those 2 fish I've had, really pleased with that. After those 3 losses, I thought it was going to be the session from hell, and it's turned into a really good session. Not only have I had those 2 fish, Lee's had that giant as well, the grey lady, possibly the biggest fish in the lake. In fact, I think it is the biggest fish in the lake. Awesome fish, absolutely awesome. So I think we've made the right decision coming over onto this lake. It's not somewhere I've put a lot of time in, but I think it's somewhere I might be putting a bit more time in the future.
Last morning, just before pack up, it's Sunday. Bit of a quiet night, to be honest. The wind really did pick up. I couldn't see anything till late, early hours. There was no shows, not much happening. I think there's all further down the other end of the lake, on the end of the wind. So yeah, quiet one. Summing up my weekend, I'm over the moon with 2 fish. Is that a fish just down there? It was. Another one. Yeah, they're down on that end. Down on that end of the lake, so I'm getting distracted watching the fish. Yeah, so I'm over the moon with 2 fish over the weekend. I never would have thought it really, especially having what I believe is the grey lady. I've caught what's in front of me when it's been in front of me, and that's all you can do, maximise your opportunities. It was on the new bait, the Eclipse Virus Cherry. I did have some to hand, if you hang on. Very similar to the Virus, only it's got a slightly different flavour to it. It's got a bit of cherry added in, just a little bit of fruitiness, and it's worked a treat. As I say, 2 fish, not heavily baited, maybe half a kilo each rod, and then another the same amount when I redid the baits. Job done, to be fair. So now it's pack up and go home. I'll see you on the bank next time.
Thanks for watching, and if you like our films, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you again soon.